What's up, YouTube? My name is StarKiller64, and today we're doing a video, as you can tell by the title, The Problem with Primed Warframes. Now, please note, I'm going to try and be fair to everybody. A lot of this is just really my own experience with it. You might have a different experience with it, but this is for the majority of people that I have talked to. If you do not fit in this, please don't take offense if this may. This, again, is just for the large majority of people who are running into this problem with primed Warframes. So, whatever. So, for those of you guys who aren't living under rocks, recently, Vauban Prime, the Fragor Prime, and the Axolotl Prime all came out, with the Loki Prime, Bow Prime, and Worm Prime all being vaulted at the same time, all taking place on May 17th, 2016. Right now, all four Vauban Prime parts, no matter where you get them, their drop rate is 5.64%, and that introduces a problem. First and foremost, a few of the keys that are used are T3s. Mainly it's the T3 Survival and T3 Sab. T3 Survivals and T3 Sabs, unfortunately, are part of the key level of Tower 3, where they don't have a specific spot on the loot tables. Now, what I mean by that is, if you go into just lower level missions, you're more than likely to get a T1 or a T2. Get key packs, you're more than likely to get a T4. There's not really a 50% chance of you getting a T3 key almost anywhere. Not to mention, just certain T3 keys, certain keys of any tier are already hard enough to find. Captures, sabotages, mobile defenses. That's why the Trinity Prime systems was so valuable for a while, because nobody could get T3 mobiles, and nobody wants to farm out the dual commas Prime because nobody can find the pieces. So that's problem one with Vauban Prime, is 5% drop rate on all four pieces. Now keep in mind, this is for Vauban Prime specifically. There are higher drop chances on the Fragor Prime and Axolotl Prime. And not only that, but half of them are on already hard to find keys, the T3 Survival and T3 Sab. The other two, is a T4 Defense and a Tower 1 Exterminate. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I actually am wrong, I will edit that in. With Vauban Prime have been released, it's starting to show up as a huge issue on drop location. What I mean by that is that for whatever reason, almost every part that drops in the Orcan Void is at a stupid spot for whatever reason. This is kind of an issue because a lot of us who either A, are not the luckiest of people, or B, have not bought the primed access, have a harder time of getting Vauban Prime. Now, I can understand from the business aspect of you need to try and convince people, hey, don't go out and farm for the Vauban Prime, buy it with this pass. I can understand that to a degree, but with the stupidity of how hard it is to find Vauban Prime parts, I don't want to agree with that. A friend of mine, you guys have probably heard him on stream before, David, he spent a total of about 23 T3 Survivals trying to find a Saren Prime chassis. Now, one other thing I need to point out, he also did hour-long survival runs. Let's do the math there for a second. 23 keys, each lasting about an hour. That's basically a day of his life wasted. Now keep in mind, this is over the course of about 90 days, so this is pretty much spread out. But it's a real just annoyance trying to go out and find those parts. You're either at the mercy of the market, which all the parts, at least as of right now, are going to be expensive as heck. You're at the mercy of DE, which is basically throwing out $80 or 50 quid, whatever. Or you're just at the risk of or not the risk, you're just at the mercy of RNG. The only way I see as a solution to this problem is legit just disperse every single part. Like, basically, reshift the market to where, like, you just pull out all the prime parts and then literally just put them somewhere else. That way, a lot of the parts that a lot of people are having problems with don't really have to deal with that. Not to mention, stop giving us 5% drop rate items. Like, when I've been doing my T3 stats, I've run about 10 of them so far. 10 of them, and each one, what it would do is it would give me a primed part and 2 fusion cores. That's a problem with the sabotages, because you're just going to give us a prime part and 2 fusion cores. Fusion cores are easy enough to find, not to mention with the sorties. Then just the one prime part after however many uses of that key. It's just a wash. Like, you're just throwing keys down the drain for the hope that you will at least get a decent part. But that hope is very, 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 very bound to fall short. So that's basically my thing about the first problem with primed Warframes, where it's basically just you're stuck grinding a lot at an unfair mercy because of DE's management with their game. The second problem is more of an opinion-based scenario rather than a majority-based scenario. With the release of Vauban Prime, this basically has invalidated the need for the regular Vauban Warframe. This has happened with almost every Warframe that has been primed Warframe that has been released, and I say almost every, but not including some of the vaulted ones. What happens when it comes time to do a primed Warframe off of a quest? Limbo Prime, Chroma Prime, Mirage Prime, Inneros Prime, what else? What's another quest frame? Mesa Prime, that's a good one. A lot of these Warframes are based out of quests that you go out and do, which these quests, at least as of right now, or at the time of their release, is kind of like a huge signal, come pick this up, we have a new quest available, you get a Warframe out of it. How do you handle that? Because the only other, like, we're going to be able to dodge this problem until about Equinox Prime, because Equinox, as far as I know, was the last Warframe, last regular Warframe to be released, not basing itself off of a quest. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But it's just, how do you expect us to handle that? Are you going to release a quest entirely around this primed Warframe? Or are you just going to throw the normal Warframes down the drain? Because, like I said, when a prime Warframe comes out, it invalidates the need for the non-prime variant. This issue has specifically arisen with me in Vauban Prime. That's all I really have to say. I mean, primed Warframes, we're starting to run into a few problems, and I don't know if there's a way we can handle them without drastically changing how the game will play. If you guys have any brilliant suggestions, I want to hear them. I really want to see what we together as a community can figure out. How do we fix this issue? Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I think I've taken enough of your time. If you want to watch streams, twitch.tv/StarKiller64. Want to watch some of them after the fact, youtube.com/StarKiller56. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.